Welcome back, tribe. Got one here from Men Only. Modern women losing their minds as men are friend zoning them. Let's get into it.
If a guy likes you, he will ignore you. Forever. Like forever and ever. He'll never message you, not even once.
One of the biggest lies I used to tell myself, but I thought was the truth when I was single before I got married, was men are intimidated by me. I thought because I had a house, a car, been driving BMW since I was 24 years old, I
None of that
thought
mattered.
that because I made a lot of money, that men just couldn't handle it. They were intimidated and they were turned off because I was doing better than them.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the biggest lies, or the things that we think, when really the problem is us. If you
Nailed
find
it.
yourself saying, well, men are just intimidated by me, I make too much money.
What's sad is most women won't listen to her. She's married, has a kid in the back. You can hear it. She's getting taken care of. She understands now that she's a chosen woman on the other side of the aisle with a man and a ring, what it actually takes to be successful in a relationship. She shunned the street life and the boss babe mentality and finally figured it out. Now she's much happier. Now she's much calmer. You could tell in just the way she's speaking in the video, as opposed to the chicks with their mascara running down their faces, crying in cars, talking about they got pumped and dumped and ghosted and got played and all the shit that they're dealing with. That will probably be, shown across in this video.
They don't like that I'm just direct and I stand up for myself. If you keep getting that kind of results from men, most likely it's not because they're intimidated. They just don't like you. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean or to be like nasty, but that was what I was going through. They thought I was attractive. They liked being around me, but they just weren't into me because the way that I exuded my ego. A lot of women don't realize when they make money and they have all these accomplishments, the ego drives the conversation. It drives your energy, how you carry yourself, how you interact with men, where your ego is like, well, because you're not on my level, da, 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 da. And nobody wants to be treated like that, man or woman. I'll give you guys a perfect example. Girl with the pink dress on Pop the Balloon. A lot of people were like, oh, I like her personality. She seems funny. She seems cool. She even said she was a sweetheart. And all those things can be true. That does not mean that's what's attractive to a man. Ladies, the things that we like about ourselves and the things that we like about our homegirls does not mean that men find that attractive or want that to be what they want in a relationship. And I'm not saying change who you are to appease a man, but if you're not getting the results that you want in the dating sphere and you want to be married, you have to check how you talk to people, how you treat people, the energy you have. Normally it stems from childhood. Normally it stems from
We've been saying
being an overachiever. It stems from being somebody that's very type A. It stems from being somebody that is a perfectionist.
No, it stems from never having a father in the household and not knowing how to treat a man and what a man is good for and how men can help you, and that coming together with the man to build something greater than yourself was the thing we used to do for millennia, for thousands of years, for ages. Only now in the last 60 or so years did we turn the nuclear family and the extended family upside down and say, like, men ain't shit. I don't need a man. What's a man good for? What does a fish need a bicycle for? The dumbest shit by CIA agents, no less. Gloria Steinem, one of the biggest proponents of feminism, was a secret freaking CIA operative. Go read up on it. Feminism is deeply tied to the CIA. It's all a psyop, man. This is bullshit. On a societal level, it's a shit test. Men that are failing it are driving their bloodlines to extinction. That's the entire point, is to divide us all so we can all get conquered. Your child has absolutely no chance in this world if it's raised in a single parent household. It becomes part of the system. It becomes indoctrinated. Look at what they're teaching kids in the schools. The system is designed to hijack your brain. And the only way they can do that is by destroying the man and the woman coming together with morals and values and having control over their children's childhood and the information that is let in. Now you're both going to work on a dual income household. Now your kid's at school or in daycare, just being indoctrinated all day. Mommy can't stay home anymore. Mommy can't teach good morals and values to the kid. She's got to go to work too. Where are you? Oh, with strangers in daycare, then with strangers in school. It's wild. People don't see it though. We'll keep hating men and women. Yep. Only when you leave the West do you see just how corrupt and how morally bankrupt America has become. And I feel bad for the everyday Americans that have to slog through this shithole of what this country has become. because it is obsessed with the bottom dollar, nothing but profit, short-term gain at the expense of anyone and everything else. Sucks, bro. It really does. Still feels like the greatest country on earth with the greatest potential that's being vultured from the inside out, just picked apart. Like its guts are hanging out right now. We can't even talk about politics in America. We can't even talk about race in America. We can't talk about anything anymore. It's such a adversarial, you are my enemy. When did my neighbor become thy enemy? It's so insane, dude. Fucking psyop. Can't notice who's running the psyops, though, because if you notice, you might get blacklisted for noticing.
Normally, when people are like that to themselves, they're hyper critical of other people. So if you tend to have this personality trait where you're very defensive, you're standoffish, you have your guard up 24/7, 365, and you don't know how to let your hair down and have fun and speak to people lightly, gracefully, then you could probably have this problem. So just do some self-reflection, sis. It might not be because he's intimidated. He might just not like you.
The things that men tell me and other women tell me about their relationships, women's standards for themselves is in hell. It always shocks me. I'm like, you, what? I'm sorry, but at this point, like, we live in a time now where women are becoming self-made millionaires left and right. You have the option to do that. Like,
no, you're
why
not.
are you guys dating men if your standards are in hell? You need to...
There ain't nobody becoming a self-made millionaire. What are you talking about? They're becoming self-made millionaires left and right, so nobody's struggling in this economy. Nobody's bitching about how inflation has eaten up everybody's salaries, how gas is too expensive, groceries are too expensive, your dollar's not going as far as it used to. Nobody can buy a house. This last generation right now literally are the ones that can't afford homes like their previous compatriots in their generations did. They can't afford to get married, hardly can afford to date. You're all dating 5 men in your community because the rest you think are below average when they're just normal dudes. Your brains are absolute mush because of TikTok consumption. You live on the internet and social media in a fantasy land, and you can't even see the reality in front of you that society is fucking crumbling. You're left destitute and alone. You work like a wage cuck slave for a corporation that's going to pay you pennies on the dollar. You are not a boss babe. You're a slave in a deteriorating system. That is why men have seen the writing on the wall. Some of them are pulling out of dating already completely, or others are already booking it overseas to escape where the power of the dollar can go 10 times further with women that are 10 times more feminine. You're going to be stuck trying to pull up the bootstraps of America, getting taxed to death, working a job you hate, on prescription medications from pharmacological companies that you're forced to take just to cope with your day. You're barely coping with your boss babe lifestyle. You know what they took from you? They took from you a homestead. They took from you a ton of land. They took from you being able to stay at home, and the only difficult part of your day was waking up and feeding the family, watching the babies, things you do on your time with the people you love who's your blood. That's what they took from you. Now you commute through dirty ass fog-filled highways, go into your little cold ass cubicle, where you're left to die just like that woman was at whatever bank she worked at. Well, I don't know where she worked at. An old woman died 4 days dead until they found her. Welcome, corporate America. Next cuck in line. Her job was replaced probably the next day. It's insane, bro. These people have no work-life balance. You're a slave in the system. Acquiring purses and red bottoms and dumb shit like belts doesn't mean you're making it in life, you toad. They're dangling carrots in front of you while you're getting a stick right up your ass every day you're working. Shit is wild.
Go see a therapist. You need to go do some healing. If you were dating men and y'all are like, oh, I'm a dream girl. No, girl, you're Papa John's. It's hot and ready into the door in 30 minutes. How are y'all's standards so in hell? And it makes me feel like I'm crazy. I'm like, damn, how am I getting away with all the shit that I'm getting away with? Because apparently there's all these women walking around who will accept down here. Like, that is the standard. That's what I hear more often. More often than not, women's standards, even if they're gorgeous, beautiful, whatever, their standards are in the pit of hell. So I'm like, how am I getting away from asking for this when 99% of women are asking for this shit? Y'all need to have some self-respect. I cannot believe the shit that I hear sometimes from women and from men. I will meet a man who's 5'3" and ugly and has no money, and he's dating a supermodel who pays half his rent. That is what I'm seeing. And we should all hold each other accountable for that and maybe bring back shame a little bit. Bring back shame. Because we gotta increase the standard of our overall demographic. Because holy hell, is it in the fucking gutter.
There's one certainty that today's men know. It's that we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. No matter what action we take or what we say, women are going to find fault with it. They'll never appreciate us for what we do. They'll never acknowledge in a positive way anything we do. And they'll always look for the negative. And when I say things like that, the ladies tend to get really upset, saying, that's not true. We're not like that. Well, ladies, I give you Exhibit A.
So I went on a first date and a car was about to hit me and he grabbed me and pulled me away. And I don't know why, but that just gave me the ick because it's literally the first date. Why
are you shitting me?
Obsessed with me? Like, you're just so desperate. And it's like, play it cool.
As I said, men are damned if they do.
There's no way that's real. I don't give a shit. That is rage bait. You can't be that stupid. If you really are that stupid, get out of the West. If you're surrounded by stupidity like that, if women like that are even on your radar for dating, you need to level up a tremendous amount because that shouldn't even be in the pool of potential candidates you're dealing with. Honestly, dude, we're skipping this part. There's no way. Absolutely.
I have a genuine question. How do you date when you genuinely love being single? I honestly find it so hard. I keep downloading these apps, right? I get on there, I see the talent, I'll have a couple of conversations, and then I get so deflated, I delete it. Like, it's actually so much effort. It's like a full-time job managing those apps. Like, I feel like I've just gotten to the point where I'm so independent. Like, I literally take myself to the movies. I take myself on holidays.
So why are you making this video?
I start my own businesses. Like, I genuinely love doing everything on my own.
So
now
fuck off.
It's kind of like I'll only date someone unless they contribute something really positive to my life, which I think is a good thing. But it's really hard when your life is so good. Like, I don't...
Bro, this is giving me just sad pat myself on the shoulder cope vibes that I'm alone. I got everything going apparently, but can't get a man. The one thing I want. My life is so awesome. Like, honestly, though. Except I can't get a man to save my fucking life, and I have to make an entire TikTok video about it. Like, this shit gets so old, bro. When you learn basic psychology, you see that people project out onto the world their most internal feelings. How do you date in this world? My life so perfect. It's coping. You see the sadness. It comes through the camera. You tell on yourself. Guys, read a couple books. You'll be able to... Seriously, people are so superficial and shallow these days. It's mind-boggling how by the book they behave. Insert X childhood trauma, and then you get outputted Y behavior, like clockwork.
I don't know. I love life. Like, what do you do? I keep going home. My parents are like, Taylor, are you dating anyone? Any boyfriends? Grandkids? I'm like, fucking grandkids, are you kidding? Like, I can't even get myself to go on a second date. It's not looking good.
When you're men gonna learn that you cannot be nonchalant to bad bitches. I had an ex who literally used to spoil me so much. He paid all my rent, my bills, everything. But when I broke up with him, so I don't need the money at the end of the day if we're doing too much. You're not acting right. He said, okay, well then go find your millionaire boyfriend then. Go find another. Go find someone who's going to treat you the way I did. You wanna know how long that took? A month. A month. I don't know why men think that they're the prize.
Where's the baddie in the room? Because I don't see her. Yeah, such a baddie that she can get a man, but she can't keep a man. You claim that you're a baddie, but aren't baddies independent, can pay for their own shit, but then you have men paying your bills, spoiling you, and treating you a certain way. But then you try to backpedal.
And also, bro, when they say baddies, they're talking about physical attraction. Like, let's be fucking honest. I'm in Eastern Europe. The standard here for what baddies are below the shit out of what America is like. That would be considered a whale out here. We got the Willy living under the cave troll, Fiona looking ass. I swear to you, go to Eastern Europe, go to the Balkans. You'll see what I'm talking about. Walking around every day, normal girl next door look is insane on the quality scale. And they got, I don't know how starved dudes are in America anymore. Honestly, the statistics bear out some horrendous numbers. But the fact that a girl that looks below average in other parts of the world, you know how they say, like, I'm a Los Angeles 2 and I'm an Iowa 8. Shit like that. In Eastern Europe, you're a fucking 2 at best. Like, that's what's crazy. And you got these chicks coming on here saying, I'm a baddie and I found myself a millionaire. Millionaire who? Who is the millionaire here that's going to give you money when you look like that, bro? Jesus Christ, if you got millions of dollars, get the fuck out of the United States of America. You can buy a chick to come out, fly her out, pay her ticket, all that shit, and they are 10 times hotter than that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It can't be reality.
Say that you don't need his money. Okay. It literally makes no sense because she says that she doesn't need the money, but then she turned around and found a man that was still paying her bills. That make sense. But then you think that you're going to like one up this nonchalant man by basically admitting to the internet that you found a new man within a month. So you pretty much sleep around. Ooh, damn, you showed him. Imagine getting on the internet admitting that you sleep around for money, but yet you don't think the man that you had was the prize. Okay. You really showed that good guy that took care of you, that he was doing too much, that he's really missing out. And fellas, let this be your lesson to not pay a woman's bills unless she's in an exclusive relationship with you or she's married to you. Stop paying these women's bills that pretty much know that you ain't shit and they don't value you, respect you, or appreciate you and think that the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, bye.
Guys get friend-zoned, but girls get fuck-zoned. A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend or starts ghosting us after we reject his first move. A friendship that we valued, we thought mattered, if only just a little to him, turned out not to matter at all. But in the end, we're the bad guys. We're the ones who lead the good guys on. Of course, we should just expect that's what you always want. We should just expect that friendship is never as valuable as a twist of our hand. They got friend-zoned. They only lost another girl, another rejection. But we lost a friend, someone we thought was worth it.
Shut up.
We lost a friend.
Shut up. Damn, these videos suck. What the women are running out of men to reject. Yeah, women will say men are intimidated when in reality it's their attitude that keeps them away. A message for the ladies that are successful and independent, please just stop calling men bros. Jeez. Men are sick of the games women play, so we stay away. Oh, man. The fact that videos like this get hundreds of thousands of views consistently will tell you that the pool of men watching these is growing and society as a whole is kind of turning on the fact that men don't want to be just walking wallets anymore, straight simps that lay down and bust their entire financial potential up for a woman, especially getting married. Like marriage is in the dumpster today. Family planning, non-existent. All the bridal companies, they're going out of business. They're all struggling to stay ahead. The wedding cake companies, anything that has to do with getting married, all those companies, that entire industry is crashing as we're speaking. For good reason, because your vows don't mean shit. Your contract by the government is only enforcing one side of the party. Your kids can get taken from you. She can take your fucking retirement from you. Getting married in the West is a joke. Don't waste your time. We'll keep covering videos because more and more men are waking up every day. You know, there's a ton of people in that blue pill mentality where they're happy with a relationship, little buck sandwiches, my girl's different, unicorn. And they get taken for half of their shit or more. Get spit up on the other side, broken and bruised, and come across videos like this. I got tons of messages like that, emails. I could read them for fucking days. Shit is crazy to see some of these stories. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you want to see what life is like in Eastern Europe overseas, head over to the second channel. If you want to take control of your life and start to get ahead, light a path in front of you, be surrounded with the community of men that are also doing the same, subscribe over on the second channel and come hang out with us in the private community. There are links in the description below for you guys to sign up, as well as everybody who wants to do private consults or buy shirts. Appreciate you. All that support goes directly to the channel. Enlightening one man at a time, boys. We'll see you on tonight's call and take care of yourselves. See you next time.